Okay, so good afternoon everyone, and you are going to listen again about methanogens, and this is the last session of AppGradCon, so your take home message will be about methanogens. And I'm Navita Sinha from University of Arkansas, and I will be talking about stable carbon isotope fractionation of by methanogens growing on different Mars regolith analog. So here is the outline of my talk. First, I will give you some background information of my work, which Bradley already talked some of it, but I will cover again. And then objectives, methods, then I will discuss results which I got so far, and later I will conclude my talk and I will take your questions. So as we know that there are three naturally occurring isotopes of carbon, carbon-12, carbon-13 and carbon-14. Carbon-12 and carbon-13 are stable isotopes of carbon, while carbon-14 is radioactive. Due to difference in their mass, they have slightly different physical and chemical properties. Actually, the lighter isotope move faster and react faster, which causes slight separation of isotope. And this separation of isotope is called isotope fractionation. So isotope fractionations are very small quantities, therefore they are measured in parts per thousand called per mil, and it is represented as delta carbon 13. So delta carbon 13 of a sample is calculated by using this formula, and in case of carbon we use p-d-belemnite as a reference material. So there are several applications of carbon isotope studies. Some of them are it helps to identify various sources of methane, and it also helps to know the methanogenesis in different environments. And also we can compare or we can differentiate between biogenic and abiogenic source of methane by studying carbon isotope data. Some people also study about hydrogen isotope data along with the carbon isotope in order to differentiate between different sources of methane. So here in this graph is called CD diagram, and in this diagram you can see the methane produced by reduction of carbon dioxide is isotopically lighter than methane produced by fermentation pathway. And you also see that methane produced by thermogenesis and methane produced by abiotic processes at high temperature and low temperature have similar carbon isotope data, but they differ significantly in hydrogen isotope data. So hydrogen isotope data is also important in order to differentiate between different types of microbial methane, whether they are produced by reduction of carbon dioxide or whether they are produced by fermentation pathway, these two types of methane. So this type of different carbon isotope signature inspired us to know about the nature of carbon isotope fractionation of methane by three different strains of methanogens after growing them on Mars analog. And we also wanted to know effect of growth phase of methanogens on their carbon isotope signature. So why do we study methanogens? As Rebecca mentioned that methanogens have been considered as a model for life for a long time because they are not photosynthetic, they do not require organics. Also, they need carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is abundant in the Martian atmosphere, and they need hydrogen. So, hydrogen could be present in the subsurface environment of Mars. And we use three different types of methanogens in this experiment: Wolffii, Barkeri, and Formicicum. And these are their optimum growth temperature, and they are obligate anaerobes, and they use carbon dioxide and hydrogen and produce methane as a product of metabolism. And for Mars analog, we use four different types of Mars analog: JSC Mars 1, which is a mixture of minerals which has same chemical and elemental compositions which we found on Mars, and JSC Mars 2, which is a mixture of basalt smectite clay and hematite, and montmorillonite, which is a type of phyllosilicate clay mineral, and Mojave marshmallow, which is mainly consists of basalt. And for control, we used growth supporting media, which we usually use to grow them to make stock cultures. So we used 3 different types of media. For Wolffii, we used for Barkeri, we used MS, and for Formicicum, we used MSF. And these are anaerobic bottles. So to grow methanogens on Mars analog, we use 3 grams of Mars analog and 60 ml of bicarbonate buffer in anaerobic bottles, and bottles were left in the anaerobic chamber, this chamber, for overnight for deoxygenation, and the following day they were sealed, creamed and autoclaved. Now to grow methanogens on this Mars analog, what we did, we centrifuged cells for 10 minutes at 6000 rpm, and cells were washed 2 times with bicarbonate buffer to ensure that they should not carry over any nutrients which they had in media. So we washed cells 2 times, then bottles were pressurized with hydrogen, 200 kilopascal of hydrogen, and then they were incubated at their respective temperatures. Now to analysis of a headspace gas sample, we use gas chromatograph to measure methane concentration, and we use Picaro cavity ring down spectrometer to measure stable carbon isotope fractionation in our isotope lab. Now results. What we found that this graph is, left side graph is about methane concentration, which they produce after growing them on Mars analog and in control, and right side graph is about carbon isotope data. So what we found that when they were grown in media and on montmorillonite and on JSC Mars 1, they showed very high amount of methane concentration, but they showed very small amount of methane when they were grown on JSC Mars 2 and Mojave Mars simulant. And carbon isotope data, here you can see this showed very depleted data of carbon 13 when they were grown on montmorillonite in comparison to other 3 Mars analog and control. So in control they showed relatively positive data compared to other 4 Mars analog. And similar trend we found in Barkeri. They showed a higher concentration of methane when they were in media and montmorillonite and JSC Mars 1, but a small concentration of methane when they were on JSC Mars 2 and Mojave Mars simulant. And carbon isotope data, you can see again that they showed more depleted data of carbon 13 when they were grown on montmorillonite compared to other 3 Mars analog and control. And you can also see that these lines are decreasing, going towards positive value. It means they are very selective. Initially they prefer to use carbon 12. So product is enriched in carbon 12 initially and relatively depleted in carbon 13, and the number of carbon 13 is increasing eventually with time. But Formicicum is different. They showed higher concentration of methane in media as well as on montmorillonite, but carbon isotope data, we don't see any significant difference in their carbon isotopes when they were grown in media or on Mars analog. Then we compared these 3 methanogens on different substrates on different Mars analog and control. What we found that Barkeri showed more depleted data of carbon 13 when they were in media or on Mars analog. And Formicicum, green lines, you see that they showed relatively more positive data when they were grown on Mars analog. It means Barkarai is more selective of using carbon-12 on Mars analog and in media. So I want to show you this figure again, that my all data belongs to this region. I did not take hydrogen isotope data because we did not have facility of hydrogen isotope. So I took only carbon isotope data of methane. So my all data belongs to this region. Now there are several factors responsible for fractionation, but first I want to tell you that life always preferred to use lighter isotopes of carbon, such as carbon-12, because it takes less energy to form a bond between carbon-12 and carbon-12 in comparison to carbon-12 and carbon-13. And also the factor responsible for fractionations are species of methanogens. Different species fractionate differently on different substrates, and it also depends on hydrogen supply. At low hydrogen partial pressure, they fractionate more, and they fractionate more in their late growth stage, and it also depends on temperature. At high temperature, they show less fractionation, and depends on the carbon isotope data of precursor compound, such as carbon isotope data of carbon dioxide, and it also depends on isotopic effect of the enzymes involved in the biosynthetic pathway for the formation of methane. So conclusion of my work is that Wolfii and Barkarai showed more depleted data of carbon-13 when they were grown on different types of Mars analog, such as JSC Mars 1, JSC Mars 2, MAVI Mars simulant and montmorillonite, in comparison to their respective control, which was our growth media. And Barkarai did not show any significant difference when they were grown in media or on Mars analog, and Barkarai showed more depleted data of carbon-13 compared to other two methanogens. So this work was supported by NASA astrobiology program, and I would like to thank lab manager who helped me to take carbon isotope data, and thank you so much for listening.
All right, we got time for one question if somebody wants it. We'll take it. All right.
So the JSC one, it said it was a mixture of minerals. Do you know some of the minerals that were in there?
Yes, we know. Can you?
Oh, you want it back?
Yes, because I have slides which has composition of JSC Mars 1.
Oh, okay.
So I don't remember, but I can show you.
Okay.
This one is, you see, these are the chemical composition of
Okay.
JSC Mars.
That's great.
Thank you. I know that somebody will ask this question about what is the composition of JSC Mars 1. Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.